Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Mama June won't pay Alana back. Take me to court. Mama June Shannon does not want to pay Alana Honey Boo Boo Thompson back, so she flat out says, "Take me to court." This is all over the $30,000 that was missing from Alana's account, which June claimed she would return. Now things are getting heated in the new season. So what is June's reluctance? Keep reading for more details. When it was time for the Family Crisis mid-season final, Mama June knew she owed Alana Honey Boo Boo Thompson $30,000. The stats were there, and Lauren Pumpkin Efford even made a chart of all of Alana's money. They just wanted June to own up to her mistake and admit that she had taken from her daughter. Rather, she has spent so much time saying she was in her addiction, and the money supported the girls. It helped pay for a lavish home and paid for vacations. Finally, she tried to praise Alana for taking care of herself since she was 12, but that did not fly. Now in a preview from ET for the upcoming episode of Family Crisis, Alana is livid with June. She is making it immensely difficult to get the money back. When production goes to speak with June, they ask if the $30,000 should go back to Alana. She claims she legally put the 20% in the account and does not care anymore. More so, she blatantly says, "Take me to court." Production then asks if June thinks Alana is asking for money as her mother or just for her money back specifically. Mama June believes it is a little bit of both, but her husband, Justin Strud, tells her that she is in the wrong. It is Alana's money, and though June claims to acknowledge that, she also tries to make excuses. She says that much of the money was spent on Alana. Justin fires back and reminds her that as a parent, this is her job. It is her responsibility to invest in your child, but she remains sour. Earlier in the conversation, Alana Honey Boo Boo Thompson was venting to Lauren Pumpkin Efford. She could not believe Mama June in her defiance. Pumpkin was on her side, and she knew June was constantly irresponsible and a bad mother at that. Therefore, she seemed not to be surprised one little bit. After the season was filmed, June claimed she was paying Alana back and more about her finances. Yet it was the way she would rather go to court against her own daughter that was hard to digest. Alana Honey Boo Boo Thompson stared at the ceiling of her small bedroom, the posters of her favorite pop stars staring back at her. She clutched her phone tightly, the screen displaying an unread message from her mother, Mama June Shannon. The message was as short as it was frustrating. "Take me to court." It all started months ago when Alana asked her mother for the money she had earned from their reality TV show. The money she believed was rightfully hers and could help her start a new life. But Mama June had always been elusive about the funds, deflecting questions and making empty promises. Now she had crossed a line, and Alana felt a surge of determination to stand up for herself. As Alana gathered evidence, she realized this wasn't just about the money. It was about taking control of her life and not letting her mother dictate her future. With the support of her older sister, Lauren Pumpkin Efford, who had been her guardian for years, Alana decided to confront Mama June directly. The sun had barely risen when Alana and Lauren pulled up to Mama June's house. The air was thick with tension, and Alana could feel her heart pounding in her chest. She had rehearsed what she would say, but now, standing at the door, she felt a wave of uncertainty. Lauren placed a reassuring hand on her shoulder. "You've got this, Alana. Just remember why you're doing this." Taking a deep breath, Alana knocked on the door. Moments later, it swung open, revealing Mama June with a look of surprise that quickly turned to irritation. "What are you doing here?" June snapped. "We need to talk," Alana said, her voice steady despite the knot in her stomach. June rolled her eyes and stepped aside, allowing them to enter. The house smelled of stale cigarettes and cheap perfume, a stark contrast to the bright, hopeful future Alana envisioned for herself. They settled in the living room, where an awkward silence hung in the air. "Well," June demanded, crossing her arms. Alana met her mother's gaze, refusing to be intimidated. "I want the money I earned from the show, Mama. You've been dodging this for too long. I'm serious about taking you to court if I have to." June let out a harsh laugh. "You think you can win against me in court? Go ahead and try, but you're not getting a dime." Lauren stepped in, her voice firm. "This isn't just about money, June. It's about what's right. Alana deserves what she's earned. You can't keep taking advantage of her." June's expression hardened. "You think you know better than me? You've always been a brat, pumpkin. And you, Alana, you're just a kid. You don't understand how the world works." Alana felt a surge of anger. "Maybe I'm just a kid, but I'm not stupid. I know you've been using my money for yourself. This stops now." June's face twisted in anger. "You're ungrateful. After everything I've done for you." "Everything you've done?" Alana shot back. "You've put me through hell. This is the least you can do." The room fell silent, the tension almost tangible. Alana's hands were shaking, but she felt a sense of relief. She had finally spoken her truth. Lauren stood up, pulling Alana with her. "We're done here. See you in court, June." As they walked out, Alana felt a mix of emotions: fear, anger, but also a newfound sense of empowerment. She had stood up to her mother, and she wasn't backing down. In the weeks that followed, Alana and Lauren worked tirelessly with their lawyer, gathering evidence and preparing for the court battle ahead. The media caught wind of the story, and soon the entire nation was watching. Alana felt the pressure, but she also felt supported by fans who admired her bravery. The day of the court hearing arrived, and Alana felt a wave of anxiety as she stepped into the courtroom. Mama June was there, her expression unreadable. As the proceedings began, Alana listened to the arguments, feeling a mix of hope and dread. When it was her turn to testify, Alana took a deep breath and walked to the witness stand. She spoke honestly about her experiences, the money she had earned, and her mother's refusal to give it to her. She felt a sense of liberation as she shared her story, knowing that she was finally standing up for herself. After what felt like an eternity, the judge finally delivered the verdict. Alana held her breath as the judge sided with her, ordering Mama June to repay the money. Alana felt a rush of relief and joy. She had won. As they left the courtroom, Lauren hugged Alana tightly. "You did it. I'm so proud of you." Alana smiled, tears of happiness streaming down her face. "We did it together. I couldn't have done this without you." With the court victory behind her, Alana felt a sense of closure. She knew there were still challenges ahead, but she also knew she had the strength to face them. For the first time in a long time, she felt hopeful about the future. Alana and Lauren drove home, the weight of the past slowly lifting off their shoulders. They talked about their dreams, their plans, and the new chapter they were about to begin. As they pulled into their driveway, Alana looked at her sister and smiled. "We're going to be okay, Pumpkin. We're going to be just fine."